No, I'm not.
All right.
Hey.
Hi. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this exciting episode of What the Hell's Happening with Dead by Daylight today.
It's true.
I'm quite excited today.
I am excited as well.
This was a bit of a challenge for us to get to this. Very happy that we managed to release today. And hopefully people are having as much fun with this new chapter as we are. Probably that's why nobody's watching right now. They're all playing, which is fine by me. Yeah.
There's recordings.
Yeah, there's recordings.
You know.
You can watch later in your bed with your phone like this. So, today, Bjorn, thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, Bjorn.
Do we have a list of the mods? Yes, we have a list of the mods. I have this here. Do I have this here? Yeah, right here. Okay, so I have Bucket, Clyde, Murph, P-Nose, and Suggestive. Thank you very much for joining us and sort of herding cats for us today. There we go. Now we have, this is so distracting. Good. Fancy new monitors? Yeah, we changed the setup a little bit today because we wanted to be able to play the game and show you the different perks and the new stuff in the chapter. And then, yeah, so we needed computers that would be able to... Actually, the laptops we had can do that, but then the fan comes on and it's super loud, so we decided not to.
That's smart. I'm good with that.
Yeah, well, it's not even my decision. Bjorn wouldn't let me.
Oh,
There you go.
thanks, Bjorn.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the yay today. News and announcement. Okay, first thing first. Last weekend, we were under a denial of service attack. So essentially, in very non-technical terms, some malevolent people sent a hex our way and made sure that they clogged our matchmaking and made it very uncomfortable for a lot of people out there trying to play the game.
Not cool.
Unfortunate. Our reaction was as swift as we could. Our matchmaking system, as you well know, is something that we've been working on for our own back end. We weren't exactly ready yet, and it wasn't thoroughly finished the way we wanted it to be, but it felt much better than the current slugged down, broken Steam version that we had because of that attack. So we switched to our own matchmaking system, and so far, so good,
Yeah.
it seems.
I've heard some good things. I've heard some people reporting some ping, but it's overall pretty good.
Yeah.
And they think that the ranking is much closer,
Yes,
which
very
is really
much.
cool too. So.
And we're going to keep
Yeah.
improving on it, but it sort of forced our hand. It forced us to go to our own system a little before we were
Prepared to.
comfortable with
Yeah,
it.
that's a good
So
point.
that. Now, next thing is loss of progress. So we've managed to get a little more information on what seems to cause the loss of progress. It's a back-end issue, obviously, and it seems to always happen around the time where Steam goes under maintenance on Tuesday nights. So there seems to be something with that. Obviously, I'm not going to tell people to not play on Tuesdays, because that would be dumb. And it's not really it's not a solution.
Yeah.
But we are probably going to do the same thing. It's essentially forcing us to, and it's an incentive to get our back end up and running even probably earlier than we would like because we wanted to be safe about it.
Yeah.
But it seems that right now, what's happening with the Steam maintenance is not something that we can fix easily. Obviously, other games are dealing with the maintenance and they're not having problems. So the issue is how we handle it. There's something in there that we're not doing right. But what we're trying to do right now is to finish our backend and switch it instead of fixing that specific issue. If you have been on the receiving end of a loss of progress, we are reimbursing blood points. Our support team is working extra hard to make sure that all those requests get handled as quickly as possible. We're removing the cap on the number of blood points you can get from that, because when we made those rules a few months ago, anybody who had 1,000+ hours was pretty much at the same stage, but now we have people with 2,000-3,000 hours, and when they lose progress, the amount of blood points we give them is not enough, especially because of the number of characters that we have now. So we've upped the limit of blood points we can give, and we've removed also the problem we had where if it happened once, we wouldn't give it to you again, but now we've removed that. So again, the important bit is send that info to deadbydaylight@bhvr.com, and we'll take care of you. Bans, I need to mention that ban appeals will never be discussed publicly. If you have been banned and you believe it is not for the right reasons, or that you want to appeal to that, it is possible, but it is gonna happen in private with our mods, with our mod team, with our support system. And posting things on Steam forums, harassing people from Dead by Daylight and from our support team and from our community, posting on Reddit with a long list of grievances will not help you get dealt with better. If anything, it will actually annoy the shit out of us and make sure that you are treated swiftly and ferociously. Yeah, well, I'm exaggerating, but don't do that, is all I'm saying. DLC is out. I have that in the news.
That's amazing. That happened.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like that.
Did you want to add something? You looked like you were going to add something.
No, it just makes me super excited.
Okay,
The
cool.
DLC's out. Yeah.
The art contest, the fan art contest, is closed. Obviously, we talked about that last week, but the voting has been extended until August 1st. So go to the Alienware website, go check the amazing stuff that has been entered in the contest and vote. You have until the August 1st, and then the winners of that, there's going to be a selection done, and it's going to be sent to the Dead by Daylight team, and we are going to vote on the winner of that.
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be super cool.
Cool.
And then the cosplay contest started at 10 a.m. today. So that's the new contest, which also will win you some amazing Alienware prizes. So the cosplay contest started at 10 a.m. today.
Awesome. Do you know where that is?
It's on the Alienware website.
Straight up, okay.
Yeah. All the information also is on our website and our social media. You can see the links there, but essentially it's all through the Alienware website.
Cool.
Last thing, Blood Feast, which is the next, the first of our monthly challenges.
Yay.
It's gonna be the first weekend of August, so next weekend. No, it's on the 4th, I believe. Is that it? Why did I write this and not the date?
I can check.
Someone can poke us and let me know.
It is the 5th.
Yeah, so
on the Friday or
not
Saturday?
the in 2 days. It's gonna be the
Friday.
so in 8 days from now. So the 4, 5, and 6 of August.
Okay, cool.
And that's gonna be a triple blood point weekend, which we've never done before because we really wanted to have blood, quite a lot of it. And the objective is going to be for PC players and console players, everybody together, triple blood point over the weekend, and the amount of blood we require from this is going to be a little too much. We're going to have a window into this, so there's going to be a website up where you can track the progress live. And if actually people manage to achieve it, the rewards for this is gonna be...
Wait, what is the challenge?
It's blood points.
We'll just get a ton of blood points.
So many blood points. It's gonna be a triple blood point weekend, and you're gonna have PC players and console players, both Xbox and PS4.
So everyone's working together.
Everybody's trying to get as much blood as possible, and if they manage to get... I think the exact number is gonna be like a bazillion or something. And if they reach that, it means that on PC... the offerings, the anniversary offerings, will stay for an extra month.
What?
And on console, they will actually get those offerings for a month,
Very
which
cool.
they didn't have as of now.
Yeah, console
So
players.
there you
want
have
that.
it.
Yeah.
So much blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
They have to start running. We're gonna live forever. Start farming for
Yeah.
that perk. Let's
There you
do
go.
this. Let's do this together.
And you can actually use the offerings to help with that.
Oh, of
Quite
course.
a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna get screenshots of like people who break up, like I don't know how many you can, but
600K, I think you can probably get out to.
in one game.
Yeah. Well, if you can get 32K, and you can multiply that by 5, 6, 7 almost depending how many escape kicks are played, or
Yeah. Plus
bloody
the
streamers,
triple
sorry.
blood point we
Yeah,
can.
that's what I mean. Like, you're,
It's gonna be up there.
yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go into the exciting stuff, which is the chapter. Let's talk about this a little bit. A lullaby for the dark. Yes, and by the way, the question is being asked, what is, I'm probably going to mangle it, but what is a Bayushki Bayu? It's actually the name of that delightful lullaby sung by our Huntress friend.
Yeah, that she's humming, yeah?
Yeah. So there. You have it. What is the Huntress's movement speed? Is it trapper speed?
It is not trapper speed, it's hag speed. It's 4.4.
Alright.
We made her a little bit slower to give a compensation for her ability, making it so that people would be more enticed and more effective using their ability over using the axe. It should be a decision a little bit more heavily towards the throwing the ability itself. Just like the nurse is very slow to really emphasize that you should be using her power.
Alright. So if you can show my screen, Bjorn, we can go into the perk and powers description. So this is what you have now in your game, the Huntress. Obviously, I'm cheated, so I'm level 50 already. We'll go through the perks to talk a little bit about what she can do. So the power, you start the trial with 5 hatchets. You can throw. If you hold it for a little longer, it's going to change the speed of the throw.
Yeah, so you have a maximum throwing speed and you have a minimum throwing speed. You have a charge that you have to do at the beginning. So basically, once you click the button, it takes 1.5 seconds, I believe, or 1 second, to get to the full, to when you can actually release. At this point, you can release at any point just by letting go of the button. But as time goes by, so another second, you'll be gaining the maximum amount of speed you can get. You're going to hear a shing when you get to that point, and that means that the actual action is going to be traveling at 40 meters a second over 25 meters a second. If that helps you, 40 meters a second is 10 times faster than the survivor's move. Yeah.
I will now just make myself not there, because then it's going to be annoying. Offline.
Oh, they're going to keep joining.
Oh, busy. There you go. I don't know if it's going to help. Doesn't matter. Okay. So,
We're
perks.
We're off your page, by the way.
I'm sorry,
Thank you,
what?
Bjorn. We're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first perk we have here. Yeah, everybody's just popping. Doesn't matter.
Oh, one last thing. About her base power, you can cancel the hatchet. This is the one of the first killers you can cancel with the button, I believe, with the left click.
Yes.
Right, so as you're holding the hatchet up in the air, if you press M1, you will cancel the hatchet throw and go back to your main attack.
There we go.
Yeah.
First perk, Beast of Prey. So, obviously you can read, but the red stain disappears for 25 seconds when blood loss activates, and then there's a cooldown of 120 seconds.
Absolutely.
This is obviously the rank 3.
This is rank 3.
So I believe it's 12 seconds, rank 1, doesn't matter.
It's less time.
It's
less
much
time,
less time.
And
The cooldown is the same.
Cooldown. Yeah.
But this is going to be pretty interesting to see, because it makes the chase very confusing.
Very confusing. I'd
for
love to see
survivors.
some like Myers and
Yeah.
a bunch of killers that really use the mind game
stealth.
tactics. It's going to be really fun. And just to let you know, Bloodlust activates after 15 seconds of having a constant chase. So that means that this will be triggering 15 seconds into a chase.
There we go. The next perk is called the Huntress Lullaby. It's a hex perk, obviously, so that it's
There's
tied
a
to a
totem.
hex totem. So survivors receive a regression penalty when missing any skill check.
Any skill check. So that's when you're healing, that's when you're repairing, whatever the case may be, and that's in addition to whatever normal failure rate you would get.
And obviously this is not the part of the perk that's really worth it. I mean, it's good.
Oh, it's
but,
it's really good.
Yeah, but people are like, oh, that's it? And then you read down,
Oh, that's not the part
and you
that's
go,
worth it. Yeah.
each time a survivor is hooked, the lullaby grows in power. So 1 to 4 tokens means the skill check warning sound becomes shorter and shorter, or closer and closer
So
to
you're
the
gonna
actual
ding,
skill check.
and then then the skill check, and then it's gonna be ding.
And at
then
5
skill check.
tokens,
Yeah.
there's no more skill check audio warning.
At all. It gets a little intense. So the people playing on Twitch or at home, it's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, but
Being
people
as
will
smooth.
now realize how useful that audio cue was.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It really helps. Yeah.
Then you have the Territorial Imperative, which is the aura of the survivors is revealed to you for 3 seconds when they enter the basement and you are more than 32 meters away from the basement. This is magical as a killer.
When people go and they like go downstairs with Plunder's Instinct, they're like, I'm just gonna get a chest. I'm just gonna get an item at the beginning of the game. It's gonna be cool. Why would the killer go to the bait? Now the killer knows. The killer knows. Be careful.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I'm quite excited. The 32 meters was important, just to let you guys know. We are aware that people might use this to camp the basement, but I believe the 32 meters should give you enough time to get away, unless you're playing against the nurse or what case. But then they have a fatigue time, so use that.
Yeah.
Please.
So those are the perks for our friendly killer.
Absolutely.
Now let's switch to Mr. King.
Mr. David King.
Quite a man. All right, so the first one is Dead Hard. Probably the most talked about perk we've ever created so far. I think.
Whoa! I don't know. I think Decisive Strike. They're both D's.
No,
so
but I
guess it
mean,
makes sense.
before people experienced them.
That's true. That's true.
This was it's called line break in the article we did
Yeah.
because that was a way back and people didn't understand. So this is a press to activate power.
Yeah.
It is only working when you're injured.
Yeah.
And the dash is 0.5 seconds.
Yeah, so basically you move 4 meters forward, which is the normal amount of distance that you would cover in a second,
Yeah.
in 0.5 seconds, which is half the time. It is a straight burst. You can't control going left or right while you're doing it. And you can clip through the killer. I did it today. It was a little gnarly. I'm not sure if that always happens, though. I feel like that is something that I've also seen not happening, so we'll see. I have to check it.
But it allows you to, if you time it perfectly, you can probably get some really frustrating bits in the chase and save people.
I have dodged
But
some pretty sick things. But keep in mind, this is not a damage absorption. So if I were to use Dead Hard and I wanted to go in front of you to absorb a hatchet hit or a weapon hit, the killer's just going to go right through me and smack Matt.
yeah,
So there's no saving with this. This is
No.
mostly for yourself to try to get away.
Absolutely.
Perhaps another day we'll make an absorb one, but that's something for something else.
second one, we're gonna live forever. This is the farming one.
Oh,
And
keep in mind, this is not, you can't use that with Sprint Burst or...
well,
you
it
can,
causes
but
exhaustion, which is
it
the
causes
same cooldown.
exhaustion, so, yeah.
And this is 40 seconds because it's rank 3, but it's 60 seconds at rank 1.
Yeah, 60, 50, 40.
Then we're gonna live forever. Each time you rescue or take a hit to protect the survivor, you gain 50% stackable bonus to all blood points gained, up to a maximum of 200%.
This is almost perfect timing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you can't use Dead Hard with it.
And it's, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, no, because it doesn't
It
help.
doesn't help. No. So we're going to live forever. You could, but you're probably going to be on the ground and you have to pick yourself up. But we're going to live forever is the perk that was I Got You Son in the article, if you are following.
No mither.
Yeah.
Mither? No mither.
I think it's no mither.
Yeah, we're not from that.
Yeah. I'd like to
part of
butcher
the
it as
world.
much as possible, so you know.
This one is a bit of a crazy one. As I was saying in the article, it's sort of an alternate game mode.
It's like a hard mode perk.
Yeah, it's for people who are so cocky that they want to show off. In a sense.
Not necessarily just cocky. It's gonna be like, I just love stealth, and I will do everything at stealth. And once I'm found, I mean, like at that point, I'm gonna do everything I can. But you know, everything else I'll do faster.
So this, you start the trial injured, and you will not be healed. Which also I discovered while testing it, it's immediately obvious to the killer when you're having this perk because you start and you're already injured.
If you have thanatophobia, it kind of just works. But if you have empathy, it also works.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you know, as you wish.
So you cannot be healed back to healthy. You don't leave pools of blood. Grunts of pain are reduced by 50% at any time, and it grants the ability to fully recover from the dying state.
Yes, this does stack with Iron Will, so you will have 150%. You will be 150% quieter.
Yeah.
Which is only 100% because you can't really go 150% with quiet, not in our game, anyways. But it will counteract Strider, which makes you louder by 50%. So you'll have 100% quietness if you wanted to. As well, this can work well with Resilience. This is not happening. And
By the way, I put the offering to send us the Red Forest, obviously, because we want to see this.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And Dead Hard. So have fun with
And
it.
Dead Hard.
And Dead Hard.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you following at home, I am playing with a mouse and keyboard, as you can see, which is not my... Actually, I started playing more and more with the mouse and keyboard lately, just because I want to make sure I understand every single part of the game.
I have been enjoying it on controller as well, though.
I do like it. I'm still very partial to this. Mm-hmm. But especially throwing axes with the mouse and keyboard is...
Did I pick the wrong map?
Huh?
Did I pick the wrong map?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. Because we're in Kill Your Friends.
We're in Kill Your Friends. Because it's not. That's not how that. Yeah.
No.
All right.
So let's meet in the middle, just so you can. I can't hear anything. So.
I'm in front of you. They don't hear the hum. Do they hear the hum? We are.
Do they hear?
They hear the hum. All right. Cool.
So. Oh yeah, I'm already... Now you can whack me because I've got the no mither.
You have no mither, so you're going to pick yourself up, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy, why would you do that? So you can test stuff now with this perk?
Yeah, I guess.
That's pretty cool. Alright, get that.
Down with you. It's going to take forever. But...
you should have taken Unbreakable, that would have been a great perk.
No, I have Deja Vu.
Oh, no, that helps. Did you find the generators at the beginning?
No.
I could have at least located you
I didn't even look.
Oh, man.
What do you have?
Well, no, I'm the killer. I see the...
No, I know, but...
Oh, what do I have? I have Unnerving Presence.
Oh.
The tiniest terror rays, so, that's going to help. I have the Huntress Lullaby. I have the Hiding the Red Stain, so Beast of Prey. And I have... I forget the last name. It's the layer one.
Ah, there you go.
Anyways.
Back up already. See, I don't care. Ha ha! Take that.
It's no mither. So I'm gonna. Do you want me to try throwing a hatchet at you? You can try to dodge.
Yeah, I'll probably fail.
That's great. Let's try it out. All right. So I'm gonna say so when are you gonna dodge? Tell me when you're gonna dodge.
I'm gonna dodge now.
All right. Well, I canceled the throw, so you totally missed it.
Okay, so let's not do this then.
I think it's great.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So take us out, and
we'll
we'll act like professionals instead.
But
we should go out and show the map.
Yeah, we totally should. The issue with Dead Hard, with our perks is we can't show the survivor perks.
No, not really.
Because we need another survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I want to show one thing though, which is critical because of a lot of the add-ons for the throwing axe. So if you bring me back into... Oh no, okay, I have to get out of this. Yeah. Bring me back, please. There you go. Okay, so in the section right here, which you don't see because I'm in front, there you go. There's the help and tutorials.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and in there you have the game. You have the other sections, but the game is the one I want to talk about here. If you go in here, you have
teachables?
Status effects list.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god, they're all here. So things like blindness, it's the character detection aura that is impaired.
It is true.
And mangled means you are heavily injured and require more time to be fully healed. Funny enough, that's the broken bone icon thing.
That is the broken bone.
Hindered, base movement speed is decreased. So all of these things will help you figure out exactly what those add-ons do for the axe.
Please give your feedback.
Okay, you can take us out. Thank you, and we'll just get ready to show the map at least.
You have been sent an invite.
Okay. And so while we're doing this, I will answer a few of the questions we have from Steam. Almost none of them have to do with the chapter, so we'll get back to that. Yeah, we'll get back to that at some point. I just want to make sure with the... there we go. Okay.
It is a good point.
Oh, with this triple weekend and challenge, what about the individual blood point cap at 500k?
Yeah.
That is not going to be changed for this specific instance, but so you'll have to spend them.
But the thing, I think you might be able to make more than the 500. We need to take
in one game.
I'll math.
No, math a little bit. Actually, someone else, anybody on the team who's watching, or actually anybody out there can probably do the math.
They can probably do the math too.
Yeah. Someone is claiming that they DDoS'd us and not a group of hackers. Well, there. Yeah. Permaban. Okay. Oh, I asked who is the voice of Anna, the Huntress, and thus sang the song. We actually, I talked to her this morning, and I asked her if she was okay coming in and saying hi. So we'll have someone on the team go and grab her at some point.
That's awesome.
And the voice of David King, because nobody's asking.
Nobody does. It's fine. We should just not tell them.
Okay, we'll not tell them.
Yeah. No, you can tell them.
Well, not just now. So, okay, we are in the map right now. Let me get back to this. Good.
Ooh.
Okay, can you show this? We'll just give you a little tour of the really cool new map, which is the Mother Dwelling. So, I love this map. I mean, every time we make a new map, I think it looks good, but this one is just gorgeous.
But this one.
Yeah. So, very, very a different kind of forest we have here. The maze walls are, again, completely different style. Love those torches. We have wood piles. It tells a story in much more details than the rest that we have. There's this smoke house in here, which was reminiscent of the old other house we had.
Smokehouse is awesome.
Yeah, it looks good. It's very
Good.
creepy.
This map is creepy.
Yeah, it is.
I like the house. The house is my favorite.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the house. There you go. There's new types of hills also in this map. I don't know
I
if
want
you
to
noticed.
snipe you from across the map, but I feel like that would just retard our progress.
Oh, there you go.
Hang this up.
Hey, looking good.
So
It's
good.
almost like you're waving.
I am. Hey. Oh, is this the first killer that can actually meme? Is that what we've
Sort
done?
of, I guess.
I guess we memed.
Oh, it's very dark in here.
This is a great house. I ran around this map. Map with Matt forever. It's wonderful. Why am I?
All right, so basement is down there. I'm not gonna go there. You can see that it's a lot more detailed and richer, and it really tells a story much more than the other maps that we had. There's a bit of a change in the direction, the artistic direction that we had previously, where we used to have very bare environments with few pieces of furniture, if any. But now we're going into a little more detailed and a little more storytelling through that, which is absolutely fun.
Fair.
You have these little shrines. Some of the gens in here are making you very exposed when you work on them.
Oh, on the hills? Did you show them the hills?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the hill. There's this little, horrible little place that I want to show. So this is the meat preparation place, I guess. Ugh.
That's awesome. That's in the front room, yeah?
Yeah. And then you have this little nook here, the noose nook, which is where Anna kept her friends.
Oh, that's
if
wonderful.
you read the story.
That kind of looks like a little survivor on the right. When I look right here. Kind of looks like someone's just sitting there, just crouching.
Yeah. It's a little misleading to
Thank you. Thank you,
killers. Okay, so we have this hill here. This is the normal hill, is it? No.
Now there should be multiple axes on the new hills.
So this one has trees on top, which is
It should be this one here. This one's a good one.
yeah.
So you have like multiple sides. You can hide behind the rocks. You can like dip into this little nook over here and hope to God he can see you. I like the.
He's totally gonna see me.
He's totally gonna see you. Well, I'm looking at your screen.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you're not hiding from me. You're not hiding from me.
So yes, there's more stories being told here.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough of that. Please
That's wonderful.
get us
Thank you.
back. Thank you very much. Okay. So, right. Yes, I do, Isaiah. Why? Okay, what's the status of the play with your food rework? Well, at this stage we have a few ideas that we've bounced around, but there's no work being done specifically on that.
Same with your food.
And
I wanted to have one of the changes that we were experiencing, or we'd like to experience in the game, is having whenever the obsession is injured, you have the bonus from play with your food. The idea is that when you run this with mangled, is it mangled? We'll have to check. The ones that make you bleed longer or take longer to
hemorrhage.
heal. Hemorrhage, yes, that's the one. I believe that using perks with that will be very fun to keep somebody in that stasis, in that obsession injured stasis. If they have gnome either, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's going to be very easy to keep them in play with your food stasis. So I'm interested to check it out and see if this is something that we can do.
But that led to another part of the conversation, which was probably we want to do a pass of the bottom perks, just going through the bottom perks and just reworking them.
You mean like the least used perks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. I believe.
Next question from Murph. Why not make Blood Point offerings faction wide? If you would encourage playing different characters, as otherwise you feel like you're missing out on the blood points you could have gained. I believe that this led us to a very confusing conversation because blood points are everything wide. There's no faction-wide blood points. There's no character-wide blood point. Blood points are for everything. Yeah,
the only thing that you have is the bound envelope that can do the 15% for everyone as an offering.
Yeah, but if it's the offerings he's talking about, but if it's blood point, it makes no sense. Yeah. Slemig Guru. Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense with the rest of the question. Yeah, no. Anyway, can we get a sneak peek into the Survivor Victory Cube? Not at this point. It's part of a larger rework, and it's coming. But there's a lot of stuff in there, and we're still not sure exactly of the details, and we don't want to start creating those big discussions.
Yeah.
Very nice as AU, but kind of distracting. Thank you. Will you keep switching between releasing a male killer with a female survivor, like the Spark of Madness and Halloween, and a female killer with male survivor, like Flesh and Mud and Lullaby? In my opinion, keep doing that. It's a nice way to please everyone who prefers male, female survivors and killers. Props to you devs. Well, thank you.
That's awesome.
To answer the question, probably not as a rule. We don't want to limit ourselves if it doesn't make sense at the time, but we do want to keep a healthy mix of male and female characters in the game. I believe that right now we're almost equal for... No, there's more male killers and there's more female survivors.
Yeah.
Or is there? No. So it's about close for survivors. I don't know off the top of my head, but it should be very close.
Yeah.
And we'll probably keep the parity to a certain extent, but it's not going to be a hard rule, so that if we find a good excuse to not do it, we won't. The nurse and the hag have abilities that let them move faster, therefore their movement speed is reduced. But why does the Hivbilly have normal speed, even though he has an insane sprint ability combined with a one-shot?
Well, personally, I believe it. Well, I know that the hag and the nurse literally go through objects and can ignore. Yeah, they literally ignore collision to a certain extent. Whereas the hillbilly literally bounces off them and takes a longer time to come back. I believe that the hillbilly is balanced in that regard. It has been something that we looked into in the past, but it doesn't seem.
But he seems balanced.
Yeah, he seems balanced. So why not?
Original 3 killers. Also, it's important to notice the movement speed for killers used to be an absolute in the game.
Yeah, until the nurse. Yeah.
True. But that's the thing. When we designed the game, all through beta, all through alpha, all through the launch of the game, killer speed was an absolute constant.
Absolutely.
And then it changed because we're like, oh, the nurse can't possibly be at the same speed.
Yeah. So, it was crazy.
That's what happens with our rules here. When are you guys going to acknowledge and reward stealth play?
I would love to. We're looking into a scoring event currently, right now. So basically the one that we had spoken about in the past. When a killer passes by and you're in his terror radius, depending on how close he is to you, the proximity to you, and how long you are in his terror radius, you will get scored when he leaves, and you get out of the terror radius. And of course, if you're not found, it doesn't really help. And there needs to be a cooldown of some sorts. So we're just ironing out the last points on the scoring event, and then we will look to implement it.
There's also a little thing here. Thanks, Clyde, for the Russian translation for the patch notes. News about the console. So, obviously, that chapter is not on console as we speak, but we are finalizing the build for console with that in, so it's a little longer for consoles, but we absolutely want to release it as fast as possible. So it is coming to you very quickly, our cherished console players out there, and Yeah, that's it. So patches take a little longer and it's a little more complicated. But the idea also is that when we do that, 1.6 will be the same level for both consoles and PC. So right now console's a little back because even the patches we did were patched to the console build and not necessarily on par with what's on PC. For instance, they don't have the Victory Cube and things like that. So all of that is coming really quickly to console with that beautiful free chapter.
Cool. Very cool.
Will there ever be a 2-killer mode? Also one of the most asked questions ever.
We didn't design the game.
Maybe.
I mean, like maybe.
It would probably break a lot of stuff.
It could be for fun. I know, like when you look at League of Legends, they do like
Arma and things like this. Yeah,
and it's just crazy or whatever. And so I mean, like in theory, we could do something that's similar and just not have it balanced and just expect that it won't be balanced.
Yeah.
But if you wanted something that is actually a stable, concrete 2-player mode, I think that's going to require a fair amount of work.
I assume either Bucket or McLean are listening, and if you are, if you can go and grab the voice of the Huntress and ask her to come in and say hi, that would be very nice. Okay. Since we had the Victory Cube, killers could get a mystery box, the same one we like on the Blood Web, which can be opened in after game chat. Yeah, we talked about it. That was actually a super fun idea. So when you get to the tally screen, if you got 0 to 7 points, you don't have a box. 8 to 11, you get a yellow. Up until you get a purple box if you have a 16-point game.
Yeah.
That could be quite a lot of fun. It's just a little added reward.
It's a loot crate of some sorts.
Yeah. Drops are cool.
I think they're awesome.
Supreme Waifu is asking, are you planning any new game modes in the future, or maybe normal unranked game beside Kill Your Friend? Yeah, we'd love to do that. And one of the things that we that created a strong hesitation or reluctance on our part to do that was the fact that we did not want to segment the community, because we have a certain numbers of players, and if you chop them in half, let's say, because let's say we were gonna sell the maps, and if you don't have the maps, then you can't play, then we would separate that community into different buckets, and then the matchmaking would suffer terribly.
Horrendously. Yeah.
So it's the same reasoning made us not want to have different game modes, because then you would essentially have the people playing unranked, the people playing ranked, and then you'd have half as good a matchmaking, more or less, because of that. So, but there are ways to do it. There are ways to do it,
I think so.
Making the unranked games interesting, and the alternate game mode or something like that. So yeah, it's something that might happen.
I think so.
Can we get more regular perks for killers? I think the correct term is general perks.
The general.
Currently the number is way lower than the number of survivor perks, hopefully with new hex and obsession perks. Yes, we would love to.
I'm down for that.
On a purely production and planning view, it's kind of difficult to justify just doing that, as opposed to doing a new killer, a new survivor, a new map, or new features like this. But it'd be really cool. It could be part of the rework also of the less used perk.
I agree.
Ah, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Oui, ça peut être en français cette partie.
Ah, ok.
Juste 2 minutes. Bonjour.
Hello. Bonjour. Ben, je suis contente d'être là.
Yeah.
Amélie
Oui.
is the voice of the Huntress, and she sings that beautiful song. Is it
yeah.
stuck in your head?
Yes. A long time ago in my head. Always.
That's amazing. Thank you.
That's really
And
cool.
you do not actually speak Russian, do you?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
But
It is awesome. I love hearing that in game.
thank you very much. You're gonna be stuck in a lot of people's heads
It's
right
cool.
now.
Dreaming? Do you think they're gonna dream about it?
It's
Probably.
Cool. I saw all the comments in the video, and yeah, it's great. It's great to see, but just my voice it created something weird in the game. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, thank you very much for passing by. I think people
Yeah,
are very
bye.
happy to have seen you.
Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, go back to
Okay.
work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
So there you go. Yeah, actually, the thing is, when you play the killer, I thought it would get on my nerves, but I sort of dig it.
I like it.
But after like a couple hours of playing exclusively the Huntress, you sort of go insane.
Yeah. I feel like it
kinda
just
nice.
becomes part of like your calm killing music, and you're
Yeah,
just like, that's
it's like,
weird, right?
there you go.
It's a lullaby.
Yeah. Oops. I love it. So there. Thank you very much, Amelie, for passing by. Okay, next. In an article, Mathieu said, when designing perks, you look at how we currently play. What are exactly the aspects you're looking at? But so we do spend some of our time, some more than others, and some probably too much, but we do watch people play.
Yes.
We do play with them or against them, but we also watch a lot of people play and watch videos and Twitch streams, and we check what are the strategies, obviously what are the loadouts, the most used stuff, but also just how people play the game and the weird shit people come up with.
Or what they want, like what they ask about. Sometimes I see things that are just like, oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Let's do that, you know? So I really enjoy perusing all of the content that you guys make, and this feedback and suggestions that they provide, so thank you.
Yeah.
That's how we make these programs.
There you go. Strategies and tactics and how people play the game.
Yeah.
Can you provide the details on killer lunge distance?
Yes. So I'd like to next week.
Okay.
I didn't actually bring the graph, and the graph would be a perfect thing to show. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go into it just very very quickly. The way that the lunge does work is that it is when you click and hold the button, because we don't actually have two attacks, right? We only have one attack. You have like a very small lunge when you just tap the button, and you have a very long lunge, which can last up to 1.5 seconds if you hold the actual attack button, which will be moving at 150% speed. At that point, if you are 4.6 movement speed, which is like the normal trapper, hillbilly, wraith movement speed, you'll be getting the longest lunge you can get. The higher your movement speed, the longer the distance you'll cover, as it's the 150% modifier is on the actual movement speed that you currently have, which results in the hag having a slightly shorter lunge, and as well as the doctor, and no, doctor's okay. It's the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Huntress. Sorry, new killer. Yes. So you'll feel it, you'll see it, but it's to balance out the actual killers themselves. Now, how the actual curve works is that you jack up to 200%, and then you drop down to 150%, where you stay constant until the end of the lunge, where it drops down to almost 0, and then you come back after the cooldown to full speed.
There we go. Release date for Myers on console. We said August. We stick to that. We can't give any more details.
So not in the next 8 days.
No.
All right.
Can we have bots to practice with and kill your friends? No.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, but
I think it'd be so cool.
creating that AI is a lot of work.
It's going to be a lot of work. We don't have AI in the game, really, except for the crows. So, I mean, like...
Thank you for fixing survivor movement and flashlights. There you go. There's a long list of...
I believe there was changes from client to server,
Yeah.
how the actual flashlights worked. So if
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
are seeing differences, then awesome, guys. I'm glad to hear this.
There we go.
It's actually in result to the killer. Do we want to talk about the little snafu that we found with how the killer could be looking one way and then the hatchet comes out another way?
Yeah. Yeah, you can talk about that, actually.
So we had this thing where basically the killer, when they start using the hold action, right? So I guess when anyone was lunging, you would be able to turn your camera and it would actually change where your attack damage was being applied.
The cone of the attack, but not the...
Not you. You animation-wise, it looks like you're moving forward.
Yeah.
So I was like walking by the mother's house and I was like looking up, right? But I started walking in this direction. So people thought I was walking that way and not looking at the person on the generator.
But then
so
you throw the axe and it would hit them.
Hit him immediately and he's like, what the hell? You weren't looking at me. And
But that was a bug that existed on all the other killers.
And
but
the
it
flashlight.
didn't show.
No, because it was very tight. The flashlight
Yeah.
showed more.
Yeah.
And through that investigation we found this, and now we are much better off than we were.
Yeah.
So
We
let us know
fixed
how that
it.
feels.
It happens. If speed determines lunge, why does nurse have extra long noodle arms?
She gets a special lunge after her blink. It's the blink attack specifically when it's not using the same lunge mechanic or curves. So thank you, Moons, for asking.
Does Sloppy Butcher counter the bleeding part of No Mither? No,
No.
you don't bleed.
You don't.
Period.
You don't bleed. You bleed when you're dying,
Yeah.
but not when you're mither.
So apparently this patch broke Nurse.
How did Nurse break?
I don't know, but there seems to be one or two things about the Nurse being broken right now. I know that we had a bug with the Nurse that we fixed just before, because we do check every killer, but we don't check every killer in every situation in every map whenever we release something. But so if we broke the Nurse, we'll definitely patch the Nurse very quickly.
Let me know.
Charity pack when? I do not have a date today. If I did, it'd probably be the first 2-3 things I would have said.
When?
Yeah, I don't have a when. Yes, we played the Nurse before releasing the new patch. You just fucked her up again by doing nothing with her. Why do you write it like that? I know you're angry and upset that you can't play the Nurse right now, but we'll fix it. You know that, right?
The other guy said thank you, Ned.
Oh, well, thank you, Mad Rad. I like your attitude. Okay. So there. I'm not supposed to look at the chat. I learned that. Okay. Will you be refactoring the previous maps so they are more detailed for the lower two? Probably not going to go back on the previous maps, but what's most likely going to happen is we're going to create new maps in the existing themes, the way we did with the gas station, which is really, really cool.
Can we get like a sneak peek on what the next new
map
on theme
No,
is?
no, no. We just released a chapter right now.
Yeah, but they need to know something. Okay.
No. Does monitor and abuse affect the range of her humming?
No.
No. It's
terror
not part
radius.
of the terror radius.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
The humming is humming.
And we, the fact that the humming is a 3D sound as opposed to the terror radius, which is not.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a better idea of where she is in the map, much better than the other killers.
Oh yeah.
At all times.
I'd love to go into that a little bit if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. That's why we're here.
The reason that we made the humming and the terror radius two different sizes and significantly different and significantly large in terms of our 45 meters humming is because we wanted to give survivors a heads up that a ranged killer was coming. Obviously, when she gets into close range, it's going to be a lot harder to lose her and get away. As her hatchets, as people get more efficient, it's going to become better and better and better. So, ideally, when you start hearing the humming is when you're supposed to start reacting to where she's coming from and make sure that you see her. Yeah. She can still hit you outside the humming radius, but it's much harder and takes a lot more effort. So, if you're sitting duck, it's usually where you're going to get hit in those moments. So, look around. Make sure to keep looking around. And then activate yourself when you hear that hum.
I was about to forget, but we do have some perk stats because last week we said we'd show some perk stats. Let's get into that quickly. So can you pop that up, please, Bjorn? So, perk stats. Okay, first thing, we're showing the top 10 killer perks, all ranks. So we split it by PC and console as asked last time. Mm-hmm. So on PC, no big surprises there. Well, on console either, but there's a slight variation here and there.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. Next one is the top 10 survivor perks for all ranks. Again, not many surprises in this one.
Self-sufficient is always unbreakable. We have not changed the name, and we're not going to.
No. Then we have the top 10 killer perks for rank 1 players only. Not a big difference between the all ranks and the top ranks, but there's a few things that come to the top. Nurse calling is a little more popular, and
I like how we don't even see enduring on the console at all.
Yeah, it's weird. Huh?
It's good.
Then the top 10 survivor perks at rank 1. But yeah, there's again not many surprises there.
There's a small game on the right. I mean, like, I'm
this
surprised.
And it's rank 1 players on console.
This is rank 1 players. I mean, like, this because
maybe it has to do with the fact that they're playing with a controller.
There's more room. There's more hex stuff. People are really happy to run that kind of stuff. No eds in the game. I mean, like, it makes sense. A small game would be there. A lot of trappers. You know, maybe they're dealing with the hag differently. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Then we have the top 10 loadouts for rank 1s. So on PC, the top 10 loadouts, this is what people run with as survivors. Borrowed time, decisive strike, self-care, sprint burst. So when you get to the top 2 and 3, so Decisive Strike leaves way to Iron Will or Self Care, doesn't really change much.
I really enjoy that it kind of like spells out BDSS, and I feel like that's just like something.
That's a thing.
You know what we got in the game.
Yeah.
From that loadout. It's good.
Okay.
Satisfying.
I will leave that in.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the top 10 killer loadouts.
Play with your food. Play with your food. I love it.
Yeah. It's just the length and number of characters. That's why
They like to have long names. That's what
Yeah.
the Hex Ruin and
No one
skips that to the other
Yeah.
lines. Yeah.
But Thanatophobia and Brutal Strength. I mean, Brutal Strength is going to be everywhere, except in the absolute top loadout. So there, you have it. These are the top perks as seen on console and PC for the last 7 days. Did we have anything? Oh yeah, I want to go through the amazing stuff I found on the web this week. And funny enough, a lot of them have to do with the Huntress, which was released. I mean, people saw the first things on Tuesday, so it really didn't take long for
That's
some
wonderful.
really cool stuff to come in.
I like that.
And we wanted to do like a collection of the wildest theories out there, but we didn't have time to do the research, so I'm not gonna show that. But it'd be cool to do it.
That would have been fun.
So yes, please show me what Adelu has done.
Oh, that looks awesome.
That is absolutely beautiful.
That's not the Huntress.
No, but it's so cool.
That is so
nonetheless.
awesome. Look at those hands.
I don't know. Those are like weird claws.
I like it.
Next one is Crossbust.
Oh.
Yeah. Beautiful artwork.
The tiny little white eyes.
Yeah.
Deet.
Then you have Dangen. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
I like this a lot.
Prestige.
Is it prestige or just a mist of blood?
Blood Frenzy. Are they at the Blood Feast?
I don't know. Then you have DBD Heartbeat. It's just someone requested, hey, can you make the nurse and the hag be best friends?
Aww.
Like, oh, yeah.
Can the Huntress join now?
Probably. Kuro SB. Kurosb.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like the little note. Yeah, this one gets a Bjorn thumbs up.
That's really sick.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Malevolent created this dance party for Claudette and Dwight.
Beauty.
Yeah.
Borrow time and we'll make it.
There you go. Not the basement.
That's sick.
Yeah, I like the rain also, which is, you know, some people have mentioned it, but yes, there is rain in the Red Forest as opposed to any other map.
Mm-hmm.
Pathesis made this. I really like the idea. I'm kind of upset that Nia is Scooby-Doo. But other than that, it's really cool.
I love it.
Pizza Princess
She would be. That's
made
cool.
this really, really cool summer vacation picture.
I wonder if that was Steam inspired from the Wraith.
Yeah, maybe.
That's awesome.
Then we have Sandy Mizaki, who went out and took some really cool Hag Mori cosplay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really cool. And then Sweven Fox, obviously, who created this beauty about 2 hours after the trailer was released.
Oh, yes, I remember. That looks really sick. Bjorn, thumb of approval.
Yeah, you get the Bjorn thumb of approval. So thank you very much again to the ridiculously talented people who keep impressing us and flattering us with these really cool things.
Mm-hmm.
A few more questions before we reach the end. If you throw an axe in the air, does it come back down to the ground like thrown in an arc? Like if you throw it straight up?
There is gravity. It will bring it back. I don't know if it goes...
Can you throw it straight up and it falls back on your head or something?
I don't think you can't throw it straight up, but I believe you can throw it up. I just don't know if it disappears before it can come back down.
Okay, so try it. Who did the voice of David King?
That was me.
Ha!
I did.
Surprise.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
So
enjoyed
yes.
screaming.
Yeah?
It's much deeper though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we fiddle with the WAV files afterwards.
It's
but,
important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except for
So-
that hum. That hum is amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
me.
David King. The Bjorn thumbs up should be an actual gold thumb up in the corner, the highest of honors.
I was actually wondering about that. Can we put a camera just like on that section so when he sticks his thumb out, it just goes on screen?
Yeah, we'll have a thumb cam.
That'd be great. It'd be really great. It'd be cool.
Okay, let's put that in the next stream. Okay, other than that, I think we've done a good round of everything that's in there. Probably have a few other questions that we didn't get to. I'm sorry, we'll get to that next week. I want to go back to the news and announcements. So, last weekend we were under a denial of service attack. We switched to our own matchmaking on Monday, I believe, end of day, and things got much better for most people. Some people are still not getting the best of performance from our own matchmaking. We're fixing it, we're improving it. It forced us to go there even though we weren't completely ready to do it, but I think it's holding up and it's going well, and most people are having a great experience with that. Lots of progress. We've linked it, as far as we know, to the Steam maintenance. So if certain conditions happen while the Steam maintenance or just around it, then there's lots of progress. We're fixing it. We're going to fix it through our back end, through getting the save game out of Steam. However, for now, if you have been affected by this, you can send an email to deadbydaylight@dhvr.com, and we will not reward you, but we will pay you back a bunch of blood points, and we've removed the cap on the number of blood points we can give. Bans and their appeal, specifically, will not be treated on social media. Do not harass our very gentle moderators and the people working their asses off to treat everybody fairly. These things can be appealed, but they should be done in private. The DLC is out. I cannot wait for this Twitch stream to be over so that I can go back to my desk and play.
I played earlier. It was really fun. I died.
It was really fun. Yeah, me too. Almost immediately.
It was good. It was good. Oh,
I dodged an hatchet and then got hit in the face, and then because I played as David King, and then I tried to dash out of the way.
That hard?
Well, yeah, but I ran into a wall, and
that's not how you're supposed to use it.
Not very good.
Yeah, I did it by a window, and then I just slow vaulted over the window, and I was just like, God damn it! And I died anyways. I'm like, all right.
The cosplay contest started this morning at 10. Enter now on the Alienware website. The links will be in the bottom.
10 would be EST, but I guess it doesn't matter
It
because
doesn't
it's already
really matter.
passed, no matter where you are.
Is it everywhere in the world?
I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
just talking.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The voting for fan art will close on August 1st, so you still have a chance to go there and vote on your absolute favorite art that was produced. And next weekend, not this coming one, but the one after that, 4th, 5th, and 6th of August, we will kick out the Blood Feast, which will be a triple blood point weekend.
A triple
blood point weekend, which will affect console and PC players alike. And if you manage to get, I don't have the exact number, but I'm going to say a bazillion blood points through that time, you will keep the anniversary offerings for an extra month, and for console players, you'll actually have to the chance to experience them for a month.
How many zeros is a bazillion?
I don't think that's a real number.
Oh, okay. That sounds unattainable.
That's the whole point. It's like a...
All right.
No, I was going to say it's like a Googleplex, but that's an actual number.
I think so.
Yeah, it's like flops.
Google? Isn't it a
Google flop? I don't know. I'm not that. Yeah. See, now we lost a lot of credibility to our most educated players. Sorry, we'll do some research.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
We will not. We've got shit to do. Okay, so I think that's it. Really.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Other than that, thank you Bjorn again for helping.
Thank you, Bjorn.
The new mobile setup is very sweet, by the way.
It's really cool.
Yeah, he's happy. Can you talk about flashlight plus wire spool fix?
We fixed the flashlight plus wire spool fix. Or not? No. So what happened was people were reloading saves that had the wire spools already loaded in on their flashlight, and then they would just play the game. They'd have their wire spool. They had an extra 30, 60 charges, which is insane, and use the flashlight forever. So we just made sure that the flashlight would be like, wait, you're not my add-ons. What are you doing here? Before the match starts, and then it kicks them out, and you just don't have those add-ons. So
There you go.
boom.
Fixed. So you're not too late, Clay.
You're not too late.
There you go. Other than that, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Again,
It's a pleasure to be
a
here.
pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you to our mods for helping keep this more or less civil. So yeah, that's it. Go back, play the game, have fun,
Those
and
matches.
enjoy the lullaby for the dark.
That was nice.
Bye.
That was nice.